So I started jiu-jitsu November 2022, and since then I've learned a lot. And one of the things that I'm very proud of is in recognizing this is the longest I've ever participated in a martial art. Honestly, 3 sessions is probably my record in karate as a kid. But in high school, I wrestled for 1 year junior varsity. I won a total of 1 match. I did not have aspirations of going to college as a wrestler or anything like that. I was just enjoying it. And the reason I mention it is because I quit my senior year because the coaching staff changed. The head coach left to become a principal, and a new coach came in who, I don't know much about him, but I'm assuming he was a very talented wrestler, very intense. And I was, like I said, a JV wrestler who wasn't really going to go anywhere career-wise with it. And I got injured. Maybe not the worst injury in the world or anything like that, but I didn't want to wrestle because of the injury. And he pulled me aside and he said, either you wrestle above your injury or you get off my team. And I walked away from that and turned in my singlet. And I think we have those moments in time where we look at something we love and we meet someone who doesn't have the right attitude that matches what we want out of this love, and we walk away from it and we paint that thing that we love with a very negative brush. Fast forward to 20 years later, and I'm in jiu-jitsu and I get these micro injuries. It's part of the sport, right? But what did my coach do? He checked in, he gave me some advice and said I could go on if I wanted to or not, but just be careful because this is a drill where injuries can happen, so listen to your body. And I went a little bit more and then felt a little bit more and then sat myself off, and when we went to the final drill, I said, cut off. He goes, okay, cut it off. Cool. And then he moved on with his life. And I moved on with my life. And I went home and I iced it. I took care of myself and I rehabbed it. And then I went back a few days later and I rolled. And I'm going to keep going. And one of the reasons I'm keeping going is because who you're being coached by matters. They can either slam the door for you or they can open it and keep it open and say, hey, what do you want to do? Because my coaches recognize that I'm not here to become a world star athlete. I'm not here to become a professional jiu-jitsu artist. They know that I'm here to learn a martial art, to stay active, to learn how to build confidence, how to grow personally, emotionally, physically, to become a healthy and happy person. And it's not that I regret quitting wrestling because of this coach or this interaction. The thing that I feel is frustration with myself that I let this man paint a picture of something that wasn't true. And it caused me to go down a different path. But the awareness needed to come to the surface that said, hey, you're being a little unfair. You're using one person's comment to dictate where you will and won't travel in the future.